13th of December, a day in which we are remembering, honoring, and paying tribute to Mike Leach. Born in 1961, passed away yesterday at the age of 61. Dr. Mark Keenum is the president of Mississippi State. He has always been generous with his time, and he's kind to spend a few minutes with us this afternoon. Dr. Keenum, there are so many different directions that we could go. One of the things that has been so interesting for me is to look at the number of tributes that have come from all across the country. When you think about Mike Leach's career, a head coach in West Texas and in the Pacific Northwest and in Starkville as part of the Southeastern Conference at Mississippi State, he knew a ton of people, and he made an impact on so very many people as well.
Well, no question. And, you talk about your phone blowing up. Well, my phone is blown up from tributes and just well wishes from individuals from, like you say, all across the country. And they're just constantly pouring in, not only to me, but to our entire university, our Bulldog family, and our football program. He was so well thought of. And it transcended just much beyond just football. The lives that he impacted, all the young men whose lives that he touched as their coach and inspired and motivated, and then just the throngs of fans that he had, again, all across the country. It's just absolutely amazing and well-deserved for a life well-lived and just a genuinely good human being. And I can tell you, he is, and will be for some time, very sorely missed here at Mississippi State.
Dr. Keenum, this was certainly a difficult, or has been a difficult 48 hours for so many, and particularly the Mississippi State family. I'd love it if you would maybe give us a little bit of insight into your relationship with Mike Leach. Clearly, you were his boss, and you had to sign off on him being hired as head football coach, but I would assume over the course of 3 years that relationship grew into more as just the guy that his signature was on his paycheck.
Well, yeah, true. I mean, it was, he reported to the athletics director, and he went to me, but, we did become friends, and I wouldn't say we were buddies, but we were friends, and I had the utmost of respect for him. I know you've had opportunities to interview him and others, and get to know him, and just getting to know him was a real pleasure. And he knew so much about so many things, and you were always just amazed at what all he did know. And so he was the kind of guy he was fun to be around. It wasn't just always football, and he was someone you could talk to about a lot of things. But he was just fun to be around. He's that kind of guy that you just enjoyed his presence and his company.
Dr. Keenum, what's been your message to the team and to the staff at Mississippi State over these past couple of days as you've tried to make sense of all this? What have you told them, and what have they told you about how they're feeling and the decision, to go ahead and play the bowl game that was made official today? Did they say that they wanted to do that for Coach Leach?
Yes, no question. The team is very sad, brokenhearted, I would probably say would be a better term. But they're also, I think, a bit motivated. They want to play this game for Coach Leach. Our band, our famous Maroon band, they want to perform and pay tribute to Mike Leach. I mean, he touched the lives of these young people on our campus. And speaking of the band, he would go out in the heat of the summer when they're out practicing and visit with the band and thank them for what they're doing and their contributions to our athletic program, and how much he appreciated them and how hard they were working. I mean, that was just the kind of guy that he was. I mean, he recognized the contributions of so many people. And when you do that, individuals, we're all humans. We appreciate that. And he certainly was beloved by his players, and they are, like I said, they are very motivated to want to play this bowl pay a tribute to Coach Leach.
Visiting with Dr. Mark Keenum. He's the president at Mississippi State. Dr. Keenum, in your position as leader of the university, you've got to wear a lot of hats, right? I mean, you focus on the micro with remembering Mike Leach and honoring and paying tribute to him and the things that the university will do. But at the same time, you have to look to the future of the football program. What does that process look like for you over the next few days or the next couple of weeks?
Well, we're very fortunate that we have a gentleman by the name of Zach Arnett, and he is our defensive coordinator and has been for the past 3 years under Coach Leach, and he has agreed to step up and take on the role of being our interim head coach. And I can tell you, I have the utmost of confidence in his ability to lead our football team and to get them prepared to compete in the ReliaQuest Bowl at the highest level. And so from that standpoint, we're very, very fortunate. And we've got a good team just all across the football program and our athletic department. Of course, we have an interim athletics director in Bracky Brett, and he is doing an outstanding job. We are so blessed to have him stepping in to fill this important leadership role. We're a family here, and we're coming together as a family, and we recognize we've got a lot of work to do ahead of us in the days to come. We're going to honor and pay tribute and show our love and appreciation for Coach Leach and his family, Sharon and his 4 children. But we also have to think about the future of our athletic program and our football team and the university as a whole and move forward. And that's the way Mike would want us to do it. He would want us to move forward and do the very best that we can.
And just as a brief follow-up, I mean, you mentioned those 2 kind of interim positions. There are obviously complications in that. Does that mean that all of this falls on you to make some decisions, or does it maybe push up the process in trying to name an athletics director sooner rather than later?
Well, I will be honest. I mean, all of this is a complicating situation, no doubt.
Yes, sir.
And no, it doesn't just rest on my shoulders. I'm blessed that we've got a lot of Mississippi State people that I turn to. We've got great individuals that I look to for counsel and advice, and I've been talking to quite a number of these individuals who I turn to quite often on a lot of issues that affect our university. And I'm so blessed to have such a great team of just wonderful Mississippi State people who love this university and want nothing but the very best for this institution. And I am, again, very blessed to have those individuals that I can turn to for good counsel and advice that I need to make decisions as we move forward.
One final thing as we wrap up, and again, we thank you for spending some time with us. What will your lasting memory of Mike Leach be? When you think back on the time you knew him and in the years to come, what will come to the forefront of your mind?
Well, just his personality and the way he interacted with others, and he's just a unique individual. I saw Coach Kiffin's tribute to him, and I thought he was just spot on in his tribute to Mike Leach and how he was just a unique personality, and he certainly was that. And, I was just with him a week ago, and he was headed out. I was coming in, and he was headed out. We were crossing paths, and he was going out on the recruiting trail to meet with some young football players that he's recruiting to the university, and he was in his typical Mike, spirits and very uplifting in our visit. But my best memory I'll have with him that we shared together, Richard, was at Vaught Hemingway Stadium in the visitors' locker room, and I was holding the Egg Bowl trophy, and he handed me the game ball. So he knew from day one how important that game was to our Mississippi State family, and for him to, if you will, end his career in that game, and to share that moment with him will be a lasting memory I'll have for the rest of my life.
a fitting end to his football coaching career, and I know a memory that a lot of Mississippi State fans will cherish forever. Dr. Keenum, thank you for your time. Our most sincere condolences to not just you, but the entire Mississippi State community.
Thank you, Richard. We greatly appreciate that so very much. Thank you.
Dr. Mark Keenum, the president at Mississippi